Hall Park, second half about to get underway. Manchester United comfortably ahead by 2-0. Ella Toone scoring early after a McIver error. It was essentially a tap-in. Galton with the assist, and then Kristen Press, much needed goal in the FA WSL for her. Just her second of the season, really well taken, good balance and composure after a ball through from Hayley Ladd. So Casey Stoney will be absolutely delighted, and Willie Kirk will be looking for more from his side in the attacking third. Everton have looked a little bit panicked at the back at times. Jill Scott hasn't got on the ball on her second Everton debut and 150th FA WSL appearance in the centre of midfield. Izzy Christiansen and Lucy Graham, along with Nicolene Sorensen, have grown as the game has gone along, but more in terms of touches and half chances to put balls into the box rather than any meaningful opportunities. And Everton will be hoping for a bit more rhythm in the second 45. As you can see, substitution being made by the looks of things from Manchester United. I think that we'll also be seeing Alicia Lehrman very shortly as well. We'll confirm the changes for you in just a moment. May well be that the substitutes have just stripped off and have warmed up during half-time, but won't be introduced right on the stroke of half-time. I know that Ella Toone is right over there on the touchline, but it looks more like she is just talking to Casey Stoney rather than about to be taken off. And of all the players, she'd be the least likely to go off if she's fit, because she had an excellent first half. Kristen Press, laughter, smiles and delight. And can she take that joy of scoring and confidence and add a couple more? Clearly capable of getting in the mix and in the goals and turning 1 to 2 to 4 to 10 potentially. 32 years of age, and at times maybe played a little out of position. But in Heath's absence, she is the one player for Manchester United, if they are going to continue to keep pace with Chelsea, that will need to step up and add a few more. Well supported, though, by Lauren James, who's on the bench, but got the consolation goal in the end against Chelsea. It was an excellent finish. And Ella Toone and Leah Galton on fire this season. They're the main source of productivity. So Press would not be alone, but if she can even just get to 5 or 6 goals between now and the end of the season, that might make the difference between Manchester United winning a title versus finishing in second place. But all of that is longer ahead, and for now, it's a simple case of managing this game as Everton have the first opportunity in the second half. Christiansen well taken towards Turner. That was neatly done. Press was alert, though, to the danger and able to block the shot, which was not hit cleanly anyway. Doesn't look like there's any changes for either side out of the break, despite the fact substitutes were warming up. So 4-2-3-1 for both sides. Everton with McIver, Mowald, Finnegan, Sevica and Turner across the back. Christiansen and Jill Scott making her debut. Govan is still out there for now. Lucy Graham, Hayley Russo, Nicola Sorensen completing the starting lineup for the Toffees. And Manchester United also a 4-2-3-1. Mary Earps in goal. I'll come back to the other players in a moment, but there's half a chance on the edge of the area here, but that will be a free kick to Manchester United as Govan is penalised. So Earps in goal, Kirsty Smith, Amy Turner, Millie Turner and Honor Batche across the back. Jackie Groenen, who has tried to take up more advanced positions and be a bit more aggressive into the box as she looks for her first goal for Manchester United. And Hayley Ladd, who got the assist for the Kristen Press goal. And then Ella Toone, Katie Zellum, Leah Galton and Kristen Press leading the line. On the bench for both sides, 2 other new signings. Alicia Lehrman, who's joined along with Scott. And we expect to see her coming on for Govan relatively soon, because Willie Kirk said that Govan wouldn't be lasting the full 90, as Onabache has some defending to do here. Lemon, 22-year-old on loan from West Ham United, where she scored 9 goals in 42 appearances. And for Manchester United, the other new signing is Maria Thorisdottir. Very versatile defender. Just a reminder, all of the games are available live, as live in full and in highlights on FA Player. One other match ongoing at the moment, that's Manchester City against West Ham. Manchester City leading by 4 goals to 0. There's about 10 minutes remaining in that one. Rose Lavelle, the latest player to get on the score sheet. Ellen White, Georgia Stanway, Caroline Weir have all scored, as Rasso up against Onabache gave her a little bit of a tug, and that will be a cheap free kick in Manchester United's favour. Rasso looks a little bit baffled by the decision, but it seemed like the official got that call correct, as Press picks it up deep for Manchester United. Scott trying to keep pace with her. And then Grunin is offside. The one full time from earlier, very relevant to Manchester United. Chelsea 4, Tottenham 0. So as things stand, Chelsea will improve their goal difference even further. And both these teams in the live table, if you like, on 32 points. Press thought about putting the head down and running. There weren't too many other options, only Galton to her left, and Rasso eventually able to get the ball away. A little bit more purpose and intent here for Everton. Govan. Rasso again. Jill Scott. Almost a well-weighted ball, but Galton was there. Scott again with the second opportunity to continue this Everton attack. Christiansen just kind of lobbed the ball left, but it was asking a whole heap of Sorensen. Lucy Graham works the ball to Jill Scott, who sets herself on her debut. What an effort as well, but a super save by Earps, sprawling to her right-hand side. That ball seemed to gain power with every roll in the air, and Earps had to watch it all the way with the acrobatic stop. Closest Everton have come, though, and almost a debut goal for Jill Scott on her 150th appearance in the FA WSL. Great technique, head down, bang, and that's a super save. And really, from Manchester United's point of view, Earps will just be glad that that was at the perfect height, because everything else about it, the power and the direction, was all in Scott's favour. But if it was lower slightly or higher slightly, Earps might not have got there. Really top save, though, by one of the best keepers in the FA WSL. Willie Kirk, the 42-year-old Scot, will be encouraged by this opening 7 minutes or so. Mowold got there ahead of press, but the flag had gone up anyway, so that will be a free kick to Everton. Chloe-Ann Anderson and Kerry Williams are the two assistants. Kirsty Dowie, the referee. Rebecca Welsh is the fourth official. Fourth official not messing around at half-time either. We had 2 goals and a few stoppages, including a yellow card for Jill Scott, but there were exactly 4 seconds of added time. Rasso, in trying to receive the ball from Govan, landed awkwardly and is just trying to shake off a knock to the left leg. Scott starting to get a few more touches now. Zellum trying to stay close. Finnegan back to McIver, who made the error for the first goal. Mowold is calling for it down the right-hand side, and that was a well-angled ball that had to be dealt with. Galton now picks it up. Batchet is nudged in the back. Onabachi, only 21. Generally, though, Manchester United do have the more experienced back line. So Hayley Rasso departs. It doesn't look like that's injury related, even though she did pick up a little bit of a knock. The substitution was predetermined, and on comes the debutante, the loanee from West Ham, Alicia Lehrman. So Govan is going to get a few more minutes. And it gives Willie Kirk the opportunity to move things around a little bit, because Alicia Lehrman likely to start more centrally, and Govan as well. So we may see Everton break slightly from their 4-2-3-1 and play more a 4-4-2. But none of that will matter if Manchester United can get a third, as press finds Zellum. 3 around her. Very tight and congested, trying to force that centrally into the box. Lehrman starting on that right-hand side. So like for like at the moment for Hayley Rasso. But as I say, that could very much change over the course of the next few minutes. Actually, Lehrman, Sorensen and Govin can all play in lots of different positions. So Willie Kirk, as he chases this game, will have lots of options. 4-4-2 with 2 up front, 4-3-3, or just sticking with this preferred 4-2-3-1 with a little bit more fresh legs and attack-minded players, because Lehrman is a sort of out-and-out forward, whereas Rasso much more like a winger. And here is the debutante, immediately trying to whip the ball in the box towards Govan, and wins her side a corner. Lehrman only 22, Swiss international, has won almost 20 caps for her country. And she hovers short in case Izzy Christiansen chooses to use her. Christiansen's corner, though, is long into the back post. And there's Turner, who clean contact could have forced that into the bottom left-hand corner. Christiansen swings it in again to the back post, but that's going to be harmless and collected into the welcome arms of Earps. Lucy Graham exerting a little bit more control and influence, and Manchester United sitting back naturally, as you'd expect in the second half, where they have a 2-goal cushion. But they need to be careful because Everton are growing in confidence as we see their confirmation of Rasso's departure and Lehmann making her debut. And as I suspected, Lehmann is trying to get into more central positions and support Govan, while still effectively covering the same territory as Rasso. But it is a slightly more attack-minded tweak to the Everton formation. Sorensen with an excellent first touch and a 1-2 with Lucy Graham, and now Izzy Christiansen picks up the ball. Govan had checked her run. The intended target is towards Jill Scott, who had burst into the area with Lehmann behind her. Bache away for Manchester United. Leah Galton. Visitors slowing things down a little bit in the second half and just looking to kill the game off with a third on the counter-attack without perhaps committing as many numbers forward. Grunen in some space. Left it on that occasion for Ella Toon. Here's Galton. Gave herself more to do by driving to the byline. Ball maybe just got stuck under her feet fractionally, which stopped her being able to either get a shot away or a pass from a slightly better area. Just a reminder, Tobin Heath not part of the matchday squad. It was confirmed this week she was out for between 10 and 12 weeks with an ankle injury, and that means she'll not be part of the US women's national team defence of the She Believes Cup either. There was some confusion over the fitness of Heath when she was named on the bench, having originally been omitted from the team sheet in the 2-1 defeat at Chelsea. No explanation was given at the time, other than she didn't warm up with the team, but clearly was there on the bench. And then it's subsequently been revealed over the last few weeks that she picked up an ankle injury in training, and unfortunately is out for the best part of 3 months, which is a huge blow for Manchester United, but they're doing okay, having beaten Birmingham 2-0, and now this comfortable lead away at Everton as well. Galton, numbers here for Manchester United, press on the edge of the area. Zellum was trying to make herself available, but instead it's the short ball to Kirsty Smith, and even though it was intercepted, picked up again by United. This was a pattern of the first half, hungrier in midfield. Toon spreads it forwards, but not quite the right angle for Galton, and McIver with strong alertness off her line. Finnegan. Sivica will go back to McIver. Sorensen with a neat touch, but then the second ball was asking a lot of herself, even though she's one of the fastest players on the field. And that will be a cheap free kick in Everton's favour, so a good opportunity here to get the ball into the box and exert some pressure. Kirsty Smith penalised. Izzy Christiansen, England international, standing over the ball. Can Everton get one back? It's a decent ball into the near post. Lehmann, the debutant, will pick it up at the back post now. Mowold into the box once more. Turner now. Sivica's down, and play will be stopped due to the head injury. Sivica was one of 3 changes to Everton's starting lineup from that 4-0 win over Bristol City. And the Danish international nudged from behind there by Amy Turner. One of those really where if it's anywhere else on the field it might have been a free kick, but play continued, and whilst we have this stoppage in play, Manchester United are going to be making another substitution. Katie Zellum, Manchester United's captain, departs, and Jess Sigsworth comes on. Sigsworth, who has 1 goal in the FA WSL. Again, that's a like-for-like swap, so Manchester United comfortable in keeping this 4-2-3-1 formation. And as per protocol, the ball will just be dropped back to Everton. Press is arguing but that is the new rule, where Everton clearly had the ball when it was stopped. And incidentally, even though that wasn't a particularly serious injury, with those kind of head injuries from February the 6th in the FAWSL, there will be new concussion subs as part of a trial introduced. And the first game for these sides where that substitution will be available will be on the 7th of February. Everton at home to Birmingham and Manchester United at home to Reading. Jill Scott spreads the ball to Lehmann. Mowold was on the overlap, but Lehmann couldn't quite control it. Manchester City have beaten West Ham by 4-0. Rose Lavelle amongst the scorers there, as Jill Scott under a bit of pressure from Hayley Ladd. Mowold, though, will cross over the halfway line for Everton. Lehmann up against Honor Battier. Again, the cross was under hit. Jill Scott, who's had Everton's best opportunity from distance. Turner the best pass towards Sorensen, but she still can pick it up. Izzy Christiansen back to Sivika, and now Finnegan. Everyone back for Manchester United. Lucy Graham. Lehrman, patient build-up by Everton. Lehrman drills it in towards the near post. It nearly fell to Lucy Graham. Mo Wold will try and bring this ball down. Finnegan straight into the box, and that was dangerous as well. Lucy Graham gets her head to it. Govan hoping it drops for her on the edge of the area. Sorensen works it back. Good spell of possession this for Everton. Sorensen. Well policed over on that far side. Jill Scott sweeping ball, that's dangerous because Galton intercepts it and Manchester United could get motoring here. Hayley Ladd's got a lot of time to pick up a pass. She goes short enough though that Everton can get their shape back to press. And Ladd once more now, hustled by Lucy Graham, who is shrugged off the challenge, and that's a free kick to Everton. Everton preparing to make another substitution, but they'll take this free kick first. Sivika and Finnegan coming forwards late to the back post, and a chance for Christiansen to deliver route one. And it comes to the near post, and the angle wasn't quite right for Turner. So 20 minutes or so remain, and Everton started the second half relatively brightly, had a couple of corners. Jill Scott's rasping long-range effort athletically saved by Mary Earps, but Manchester United just starting to take the rhythm out of the game. As Toon, a little too strong for Sigsworth. You can see, though, by Turner's reaction how much of a hurry Everton are in, but they'll be stopped by their own substitution here, and Valerie Govan is, as expected, the player to depart. Willie Kirk had said that she would not play the full 90 minutes, and Claire Emsley will replace her. Emsley has 2 goals in the FA WSL this season. Scottish international, of course, who actually scored Scotland's first ever World Cup goal in 2019 in France in that loss to England. Lehrman in some space here on her debut, cuts onto that left foot and hands in hair because she knew that that was a real opportunity. Peeled away well, decent first touch. Maybe just lost her balance slightly. You could see exactly what she was trying to do, just find that far corner, but there wasn't any whip on the ball, and in the end well wide. Press working hard for her team from deep. Toon, chance to stretch the legs. First time ball, Galton got ahead of Mo Wold, but the bounce beat her, and McIver very instinctive just to come off her line and gather that. Good feet by Lehrman. Scott. Hospital pass back to her though, and Toon gets the challenge in. Grunen comes away with it. United constantly just looking for these long diagonal balls to set the likes of Galton, Toon or Press away. And here is Galton, Sigsworth on that right-hand side. Press is in the centre. Jess Sigsworth, the substitute, works her way into the area, but there's plenty of blue shirts around her, and she is forced backwards. Interchanges with Kirsty Smith, and the pass back to Smith is too short, so Sivaka will move the ball to Graham. There's a bit of an end-to-end feel perhaps about the game now as we head into the last 15 minutes, and Everton won't be afraid to take some risks here to give themselves a shot. They do usually at least score against Manchester United historically, albeit in 3-1 and 3-2 losses. Izzy Christiansen, though, can't get there ahead of Press, who had no real support, and Everton clear their lines. Casey Stoney, calm as you like. Neither manager really gives too much away. But even though Everton have had improved areas of territory, other than that Jill Scott long-range effort, not too much for Mary Earps to do in the Manchester United goal. Press weaving her way into the area magically. Back to Sigsworth. Smith to deliver in towards Press. This time she brings it down with the chest, although the officials who have got a better angle stick the flag up. I think that was for offside rather than handball. Both Manchester United's goals coming in the first half. Ella Toon scoring early, a 6th goal in the FA WSL, and then Kristen Press a few minutes before half-time with a 2nd. As Lehrman prods the ball out to Sorensen, who's switched sides. Lucy Graham. Izzy Christiansen. Sivaka. Graham wanted that short, but instead it's the higher risk ball towards Lehrman, and it's intercepted by Galton. Sivaka once more, the Everton centre-back. Graham with plenty of space in the middle of the park as Manchester United just sit deep now. Happy to surrender possession in these unthreatening areas in the final 12 minutes plus added time. Jill Scott. Decent ball to Graham, who shrugs off a couple of challenges. Lehrman on a Abache, keeping very, very close. Lehrman thinks she's won the corner. And the officials agree. So another Promising opportunity here for Everton to pull one back and give us a grandstand finish at Walton Hall Park. Corner is short to Lehrman, who just about keeps her balance, and then a tame cross in. And Earps will take her time here and just start to manage out the game. Lemon has had an impact, though, since coming on. She's seen the ball on a number of occasions and has used her strength effectively to win Everton possession in the final third. Just hasn't been able to find a final ball or shot. There was that one opportunity, of course, on her left foot where she tried to bend it into the far corner. Sorensen just trying to hurry up Earps by standing right in her face. Millie Turner up the line looking for press. And again, Manchester United perfectly happy just to take these kind of throw-ins and knock off another 20 or 30 seconds in the process, as Kristen Press, who has had a big impact. And now she is replaced after scoring the second goal. All smiles from the American. Good instinct and balance, and the finish to match. And Kristen Press goes off and is replaced by Lauren James, who scored that wonder goal in the 2-1 loss at Chelsea. Leah Galton also departs. It looks like she's picked up some kind of finger injury. Doesn't look particularly serious, but you certainly saw her just wincing a little bit and stretching that finger. And it's Kirsty Hansen who has come on for Galton. James certainly won't want to settle just for two. So much energy and talent. Christiansen, Ladd pushing her back. McIver goes long, and Lehman might be able to keep that in, just rolls out. Nice idea though by McIver, and a dangerous enough run from Lehman, who continues to be the main target down that right-hand side. Sure, Willie Kirk, though, will want to see her cut in field a bit more and play centrally in these final 10 minutes or so. As Hansen in midfield loses out, and Lucy Graham picks up the ball and can work it through to Sorensen, who has been pushed into a more central position. Christiansen again, this time spreads it out to that left-hand side where the substitute Emsley picks it up against Smith. Down she goes as she gets to the byline. No real suggestion of a foul, and that's Manchester United ball. Just no way through the red wall at the moment. As Earps goes long. Toon is chasing. Hansen can't get a foot in. Grunen trying to set Sigsworth away down the right-hand side. Sivaka is there. Scott, neat ball down the right-hand side. Mowold is onside. Can she pick out at the back post? Nearly found Emsley. Millie Turner was unsure what to do. In the end, she left it. And the dangerous half cleared. Scott's ball was superb, and Mowold's cross, probably the best ball in all afternoon, but Emsley just couldn't get to it at the back post. Jill Scott had to just stick out a boot and put power through that in order to get to it before it rolled out of play. And as a result, it was too strong. Still an Everton throw, though. And Lucy Graham will turn that into an Everton corner. A goal now would make things very interesting. Everton with the bit between their teeth. They sense they can get back into this still. 5 minutes remaining. Izzy Christiansen to deliver. Bounces awkwardly. Sivaka was almost able to scoop that towards goal, but Sigsworth will clear the lines for United. Kiver, practically a central midfielder, launching the diagonal ball, which Amy Turner got to. Sivaka to Izzy Christiansen. Now it's with Lehrman, who has switched sides and is showing off her pace here against Kirsty Smith, but again Amy Turner's there at the near post. Just a reminder, all the highlights from the FA WSL are on FA Player. That includes archive games, all of this weekend's matches, which you can watch in full or in highlight form. One game was unfortunately postponed, Aston Villa against Arsenal. When we get the date for that, that will be live on FA Player as well. Manchester City beat West Ham 4-0, Chelsea beat Tottenham 4-0, and Bristol City saw off Brighton 3-0 yesterday. So in the live table, if you like, including this game, Manchester United and Chelsea both on 32 points, but Chelsea have got a vastly superior goal difference. Manchester City in third on 27 points. Arsenal, who didn't play, on 23 points. Everton on 17, now seemingly in a battle to finish above Reading in sixth and Tottenham in seventh. But the only thing that does play into Everton's hands is that they've got a couple of games in hand over Manchester United and one game in hand over Chelsea and Manchester City. Finnegan is going to be penalised here for the firm challenge, stopping Manchester United from breaking clean, and we'll get a booking. Hansen got to the ball first and then was absolutely clattered, so Finnegan can't have too many complaints about that yellow. Second player for Everton to enter the book, Jill Scott, has also got a yellow card. 2 minutes plus added time remaining. I don't think we'll have a ton of injury time, certainly not if the first half is anything to go by. And Manchester United have the ball exactly where they want as they look to manage this game out as Ella Toone delivers. Scott. Another trademark ball down that right-hand side. Sorensen, who has moved over to the right. Lehrman is on it now. She had temporarily floated over the left-hand side, happy to play the ball off on a Battier. And a throw-in right by the corner flag. Needless to say, Everton need a goal and urgently, otherwise it'll simply be a case of trying to get a consolation. But if they can score one now, and there's a few minutes of added time, you never know. Sivika. Izzy Christiansen. Sorensen and Lucy Graham around the penalty area. Danielle Turner up against Sigsworth. And that will be a Manchester United goal kick. And that should just about do us. Correct decision from the officials. The last touch was off the Everton player. So Manchester United continue to motor on and keep clean sheets in the process. Much needed goal for Kristen Press. And Ella Toone with her 6th goal of the FA WSL season. Everton very much deflated in the first half after McIver's error led to the opening goal, which was a tap-in by Toone. Galton got the assist. It was her cross that was parried, and then late on, Ladd poked the ball through to Kristen Press, who finished neatly. On a Battier to James, who might just take this to the corner as we head into added time, although she always looks to score. And Hansen and James, the two substitutes, trying to play a 1-2 there, but Hansen's ball was always going to go straight into the arms of McIver. We're into 3 minutes of added time. Toone. That was a promising opportunity there, but Graham just didn't get her angle right with lots of time and space, and Sorensen will be disappointed not to have been played in there. Izzy Christiansen won't get a whistle there, even though she might have taken a knock to the head from Ladd, but Sivika picks it up. 2 minutes remaining. McIver knows she has to just hoof it long, and in doing so, it comes back to Lauren James in plenty of space. A little unselfishly looked up and tried to play in Toone, and the danger was half snuffed out. Hansen into the corner. And Manchester United pretty much home and dry. Battier. Jackie Grunen. Smith. Sigsworth, the substitute. Into the near post, and it was a good delivery as well, which Finnegan had to deal with because James was lurking. Final 60 seconds, so Manchester United will win this one and move level on points with Chelsea. Up next for United, home to Reading, then a huge game away at Manchester City. That's on the 12th of February, just before Valentine's Day, and then there's a little bit of a break before we head into the March fixtures, and United will be home to Aston Villa. But Casey Stoney will be delighted, defensively resilient, compact, organised and clinical when they needed to be. The opening goal coming from Ella Toone, Leah Galton breaking down the left-hand side, crossed it in towards McIver, who could only parry it straight out to Toone, and it was a tap-in from a couple of yards. It was a soft goal to concede. And that set the tone in the first half for Everton, and shortly before half-time, Kristen Press added a second, Ladd fed her through, and Press kept her balance and was able to finish in the far right-hand corner. Manchester United win comfortably at Everton, despite the fact Jill Scott had a decent long-range effort, which was brilliantly saved by Mary Earps in the second half. But overall, the perfect away performance, and that's why it's all smiles for Kristen Press and Manchester United. They go level on points with the leaders Chelsea. They beat Everton by 2-0.